Do you know why you struggle financially? Do you know why you've got no money at the end of the month? Because you have the habits of poor people. You see, rich people, we have very, very different habits compared to the poor and the middle class. Today, I'm going to teach you what those habits are. We are what we repeatedly do. Human beings, we are creatures of habits. You notice that you kind of do the same thing, the same routine over and again and again and again. See, getting rich is not an act, it is a habit. So it is staying poor. It's also not an act. It's not something that just happens to you. It is a habit. So let me teach you the 3 best habits of rich people. The very first habit of rich people, and that is they count their money. Poor people don't count their money. They get a paycheck, they deposit the paycheck, they spend the money. They have no idea what their expenses are. They have no idea how the money flows. You notice poor people, JOB, they have a job and wait till maybe once a year when they file the tax return, the taxes that are owing, is how much you have to pay. They look at the numbers. They don't even look at the fucking numbers. They just, okay, all right, that's how much I need to pay, file tax return, and that's it. And look at it maybe once a year. Rich people, we don't do that. We look at our numbers regularly. We are financially literate. I'm not a numbers person, don't get me wrong, okay? I'm a concept guy, okay? I'm a big picture thinker. I'm a visionary. But I am very, very careful and I'm very aware with how my money is flowing. I look at my numbers. I log into my account every single day. I want to look at my cash flow. I want to look at how much cash reserve I have. I sit down with my accountant every single week, look at my financials every single week, looking at my financials across all my companies. How are they doing? Because what gets measured gets improved. So habit number 1, rich people, we count our money regularly. How often you count your money? How often you look at your bank account? Not bitching about it, but how often you look at your line of every single line of expense, all your revenue, where that comes from. Is it improving? What do you need to work on? What are those key performance indicators? Are you looking at those numbers? So that's habit number 1. Habit number 2 is they pay themselves first. Now you've heard of this before. Oh yeah, I know, Dan, I've heard of this before. You gotta pay yourself. Do you know actually what that means? Paying yourself doesn't mean buying yourself a fucking car. It doesn't mean taking that vacation. It doesn't mean that, you go blow money on entertainment. Oh yeah, I'm paying money myself. No, that's paying everybody else. When you're buying the car, you're paying the automotive company. When you're buying a house, you are paying the bank. When you are traveling, you are paying the traveling agency. You're paying the hotels. You're paying the flight company, the airplane company. Paying yourself meaning that you put your money aside and you invest your money. Now, I'm not talking about being frugal. If you know anything about me, you know my work. I'm not talking about being frugal and being cheap. I'm talking about taking a percentage of your income and putting that aside, pay yourself first, and save it, and then you invest it. That's what I mean by paying yourself. And a lot of people, if you read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, it talks about that you should save 10% of your money and pay yourself 10%. I'm telling you, nowadays, with what's happening with inflation, with what's happening in the world, every fucking thing is more expensive. If you want to get rich, paying yourself 10% is way, 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 way not enough. You should, at the very minimum, I don't care where you are, start off with 10%. I don't care if you're making $30,000 a year, you pay yourself 10% of that. 40, 50, 60,000, you pay yourself 10%. And as your income increases, I want you to also increase the ratio. So you should, at first 10%, they should aim to save 15%, 20%, 30%, 40% to a point where you are making so much more money, and then now you're only spending a small percentage of what you earn. That's your goal. That's called paying yourself. So that's habit number 2. Pay yourself first. Habit of rich people number 3, and that is rich people are constantly improving their earning ability. Because you might be thinking, Dan, okay, I want to pay myself first, but I'm not making enough money. I'm only making a few thousand a month. I couldn't even afford to pay my bills. How am I going to pay myself first? First of all, you got to have the habit of paying yourself first. If you're not paying yourself first, even a tiny small percentage, when you're making 30, 40, 50, 60, $100,000 a year, I guarantee you when you're making $1 million, $2 million a year, you're not paying yourself. It is a habit that I'm talking about. And in order to do that, in order to be able to, every single year, to be able to pay yourself more and more and more and put into investments, you need to improve your earning ability. You need to find ways how you can add value to the marketplace, how to add more value to the marketplace. So every single year, your income is going up every year. If you've been working in the real world and you have your own business and your income kind of stays flat for the last 2, 3, 5 years, then shame on you. It means you're not learning. It means you're not thinking. It means you're not growing. Every single year, your income, you have to strive to improve that, your earning ability. And rich people, we're always constantly looking for ways to improve our earning ability, but also looking for ways to add leverage, to apply leverage into what we do. Maybe it's through relationships. Maybe it's apply leverage through learning. So I know I have more ideas and more strategies. I can improve what I do. Maybe it's through better people that bring on better people to my team so we can perform at a higher level, right? Maybe it's through marketing. How can I get my message out there? How can I have people know what I have to offer? We're always constantly looking for leverage. So those are the habits, the 3 best habits of rich people. Understand this. I'm going to leave you with a quote. You do not decide your future. You decide your habits. And your habits decide your future. So click on the subscribe button below. Let me know what habits you have that you want to get rid of, that are holding you back. Some poor people habits. How do you get rid of that? And what are some of the new habits of the rich that you are going to develop? And also comment below. Let me know how this video has helped you. If you've been watching my work for some time now, let me know. And also check out my videos on this side as well. Go ahead, watch those videos right now. Until next time, I'll see you in my Bentley.